We've got to talk about how after an alleged rape and a tragic suicide, we're now seeing the end of two political careers that have flooded the headlines since the primaries began. You've got House Representatives Eric Swalwell and Tony Gonzales resigning from Congress ahead of possible expulsion votes. While there were different specifics, they both received multiple allegations of sexual misconduct against their staffers. And while the stakes aren't high for the seats that they're going to leave behind in Congress, the damage has been done. It's already been high stakes enough. For this weekend, you had Swalwell dropping out of his race for governor after CNN and the San Francisco Chronicle dropped bombshell reports of 4 women who accused him of sexual assault and 1 who accused him of rape. And while he maintained his innocence, saying, "I will fight the serious false allegations made against me," he also said that he had to take responsibility and ownership for the mistakes that he had made, with him then going on to say expelling anyone in Congress without due process within days of an allegation being made is wrong, then also saying it's also wrong for my constituents to have me distracted from my duties. Therefore, I plan to resign my seat in Congress. Right, and then as far as Gonzales, a while back, he admitted to making passes at his staffer Regina Santos Aviles, who committed suicide. And while he denied the allegations at first, he eventually called his advances a lapse in judgment, and he dropped out of the Texas primary runoff last month. But he also denied having any connection to the former staffer's death. And then, well, he spoke out and apologized to his wife for his behavior. Gonzales was then also accused of pursuing another staffer for nude photos and sex back in 2020. And so Gonzales followed behind Swalwell yesterday, posting, saying there's a season for everything and God has a plan for us all. When Congress returns tomorrow, I will file my retirement from office. It has been my privilege to serve the great people of Texas. Well, yes, you had these two resigning. They were going to be out, right? They were going to be leaving Congress anyway, especially once Republican leadership realized they could kind of do a 1-for-1 trade with the Democrats. They've been scared to lose Gonzales' vote because the margin in the House is so slim. But now you have many, even if they're not saying it this way publicly, going, oh, this is a trade. Which, yes, if you're disgusted by that, yeah, I get you. That's the appropriate reaction. But also, those who weren't just going to wait around included Representatives Teresa Leger Fernandez and Ana Paulina Luna, who both led the charge to expel Swalwell and Gonzales, and the resolutions were supposed to be introduced today. And so that's why you have reports noting that that could have been what triggered the resignations, especially because Fernandez and Luna both seemed confident that they had the votes to get them out. And actually, in response to the news, you had Luna posting, "We have successfully drained part of the swamp this week with the resignation of 2 very corrupt members of Congress." Then also, you had Luna having more to say about Swalwell, and if there is any substance to it, this all may be far from over for him.
I do think that he has serious criminal problems on his hand, and I do think that he might end up in jail, Jesse. And if I could just share with you for a moment, not only did I receive forensic reporting showing that, that infamous video of him in the hotel room was indeed him, it was not AI generated, but I'm also being told that more stuff is going to be dropping in the next 24 hours, and then also potentially the individual that recorded that video in that hotel room, Jesse, was a female and she was underage.
And Luna was actually right about more information dropping because Lana Drews just spoke out publicly about her accusations against Swalwell.
I believe he drugged my drink. I only had 1 glass of wine. We were supposed to go to a political event and he said he needed to get paperwork from his hotel room. When I arrived at his hotel room, I was already incapacitated and I couldn't move my arms or my body. He raped me.
But they're saying that he choked her to the point that she thought she was dying, even claiming that she lost consciousness, and adding that while she didn't take a rape kit test, she told the people she's closest with and reported it to a sexual assault center in Connecticut.
I did not want to live anymore. I cried all the time for years.
We also had Kash Patel publicly inviting Swalwell to speak with the FBI. And so right now, the question we're kind of left with is, well, what now? Right, 1 Democrat and 1 Republican are leaving Congress, which means the Republicans get to keep that narrow majority in the House. It's also unclear if either governor is going to call for a special election this close to a general election. So that's still to be determined. So overall, this feels like the end of 2 careers in Congress, but also potentially the start of more issues for at least one of them.